Hello everyone, it's Carolyn from Carolyn's Creative Classroom. Now, this is not your typical upbeat, look at this really cool resource that you can use in your classroom. This video is different. I thought about it long and hard. I started writing a Facebook post and I stopped myself and I thought to myself, no, I think this deserves a video. I feel like this video hopefully will help you, or maybe help a colleague you know, or a friend or a family member who's going through losing either a parent or grieving a sibling or something that's happened traumatic, and helping them through the process of grieving. Today is officially 2 years since my dad passed to the day. So today was difficult. That's why I probably look like a mess. I just did my 5-mile walk, allowed myself to grieve, time to myself, and I just wanted to come on here and tell you the 10 things that I have experienced and I have learned that I hope will help you. I mean, the death of a parent is one of the hardest things I've ever gone through in my 25 years of life. I mean, not only emotionally, but actually physically. Going to the ICU, getting that call at 2 a.m. for code blue, and having to go up to the ICU, see my dad, see the doctors giving chest compressions, which they had been doing for 45 minutes, looking at the doctor where he's like drenched in sweat and they're taking turns, and they went to me and said, you basically have no choice, there's nothing you can do, you have to say the words of stopping chest compressions. Was so traumatic to me. I mean, I saw it when my grandpa passed, but I was so young. But being an adult and having to make that choice, and then with the loss of, your parent, you have the dreams that feel real. You have the loss of sleep. You have like the panic attacks. Sometimes with me fighting with siblings and other family members, you go through this emotional roller coaster. And I just wanted to validate your feelings and know that what you're going through, that you're not alone. And this is why I chose to make this video, the 10 things that I have learned going through losing a parent. Number 1, your emotions, whether they're lack of emotions or your emotions, high or extreme, they're okay and they're validated. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to feel whatever you're feeling. Don't let anybody and their judgment change the way you feel. Allow yourself to feel that emotion and know that it is okay to feel that way. Number 2, your relationship with your parent or sibling that passed away, even with the challenges and traumatic experiences you might have had, the difficulties, the fighting, whatever it is, it's still an important key to your identity. So don't let anyone judge you or tell you just because you didn't have the best relationship with them that your emotions and your feelings are not validated, because that's not true at all. And my dad and I actually were super, super close growing up. And my mom ended up leaving my dad, and my dad took care of us kids. And we were bonded to the hip. And over the years, we had some experiences that allowed me to kind of push away and just put some space between us. And there were people that wanted to share their opinion, saying, you know what, you shouldn't grieve, you shouldn't be mad, you shouldn't feel this way because you didn't have the best relationship with your dad. And you know what? That is false. Do not let anybody feel or change the way you feel about the relationship that you had. It is okay to grieve, and it's okay to be upset, and it's okay that your relationship wasn't the best. You allow yourself to grieve and be okay. Number 3, grief. You'll hear a lot of opinions on this, and here's my personal opinion on grief. There is no time limit. Do not let anybody tell you, listen, in 1 month you'll feel better. In 1 year you'll be stronger and it gets easier. Well, I'm here to tell you, I'm on year 2 and I still cry. I still look at pictures. I still have moments where I'm upset, and that's okay. And do not let anybody judge you on how you grieve. If you want to be alone, that is fine. If you want to go hang out with friends to get your mind off of it for a little bit, that's okay too. Do not let anybody's judgment of you on how you grieve change how you want to handle your grief. And because my dad's estate was really, really ugly, I personally have taken these 2 years to grieve. And in October, I took a full month off of work to allow myself to grieve because of the amount of stress of family members and the negative things they did to me. I felt like I just needed to push it away and pretend like it didn't happen. And I didn't allow myself to grieve like I really needed to. And so allowing myself to take that 1 month off of work and to physically grieve and to emotionally grieve and to understand my feelings are okay and to cry a little bit. I even did a special thing for my dad in October because it was his birthday. And allow yourself that time to grieve and know that it's okay and know that there's no time limit in grieving. Number 4, and this one is actually one of the hardest ones for me, and that's not letting opinions of others affect you, and do not let them hurt you. And that was really hard for me because I had some family members that publicly tried to comment on my YouTube channel and bash me and just some really negative things. So trying to not let their remarks and what they say, what they do to affect me or hurt me. Death brings out the worst in people, and usually this is a time that, family and everything should come together because we're all grieving and we're all experiencing the same thing. However, there are times when, it happens where families break apart, and it happens more than I actually realized. And words can get exchanged, and allowing yourself to have that backbone to not let them hurt you was really difficult because I'm a people person. I want to please everyone. I want to, people to think good of me. And some of their opinions were, because I didn't have the best relationship with my dad, I'm a bad person. Or because I didn't have the relationship with my dad, I deserved nothing from his estate. So allowing yourself to take your mind and not let them penetrate in it. And I heard this on a show that I watched. I really, made the connection. Don't allow them to have that rent-free real estate in your mind. And ever since then, I've allowed myself to completely wipe them out. And I've blocked everybody and everything like that. And I do not allow them to have real estate in there. No negative thoughts and only positive thoughts in. And if they have nothing nice to say, then don't allow them to have that real estate in there. Your mental mind is way more important than anything like that. So stay positive and don't allow others to change the way you think and the way you feel. Number 5, this is another one that was difficult for me, and that is take care of yourself. I know it can be really hard because you're going through all of these emotions, so you're not sleeping, you're not eating, or in my case, you're eating your emotions. You're not allowing yourself that time to, have a hobby or experience exercising. You think that by doing that you're not allowing yourself, it looks bad because you're not grieving or you're not emotional. And I have to disagree with that. Allow yourself exercise time. It's good for your mind. It's good for your body. I honestly have gained 30 pounds since my dad passed away because of all of this and the stress. And I'm telling you, the stress makes you gain weight. And by not eating or eating too much, it's just not good for you. I went to the doctor last week and found out I physically have diabetes now. So I'm, after 2 years, finally starting to take care of myself. And it's so important that you take care of yourself. Number 6, talk with others. I am so blessed that I have such amazing friends online that I was able to share memories, share experiences. As I went through this whole process, I had such an amazing team behind me to help me go through this. And I was lucky enough to have Steve to help me to go through this. But share those memories. Share the memories that maybe aren't so good. Share those struggles. Just talk about it. And I'm not saying that you're not allowed to grieve alone, but I think it's also just as important to experience it with others and allow yourself to be able to talk about it. Even if it's to a therapist or to a friend, allow yourself to be able to express it emotionally through talking with others. Number 7, do something in memory of the person that you've lost. Now, I've done a couple things over the 2 years, and they've really helped me out tremendously with sharing the memories and allowing myself to grieve. My dad and my grandpa absolutely loved Dunkin' Donuts, and that was one of the things that we did every Sunday. Is my grandpa would pick up Dunkin' Donuts or bagels or whatever, and then we had family time at the table, and we all talked, and we were able to spend that family time together that we didn't necessarily be able throughout the week to be able to do. For Halloween, for my dad's birthday, I decorated my entire office into the Simpsons Halloween special, and painting it, and just because I'm a very crafty person, so this was something that was sentimental to me, and it just helped me to be able to grieve, but also, reminisce and all the good memories that I had with my dad. So do something in the memory, whether that's, going out with a friend or donating your time or your money to some charity that you did maybe with that family member, has helped me tremendously. So I'm sure it might help you as well. Number 8. This was a difficult one for me, and that is to forgive. You can't address the past with someone who's already obviously had passed. So being able to forgive my dad for some of the things that he did do to help me get past and be able to move forward, allowing myself to forgive what my siblings have done. Doesn't mean to forget. I mean to forgive so that you can get past this heartbreak. Otherwise, you're in this state of mind where you hold on to this aggression, and it's just physically not good for you. And this was a difficult one that I had to talk with others about. I am a person that holds grudges. I'll admit it, I definitely am. And so this was a difficult one for me, and I didn't get past grieving until I was able to forgive. My siblings did some awful things with not allowing me to have some sentimental items that I wanted from the house. And my dad and him moving my grandma, which was a traumatic experience, I was just so heartbroken. And it was really difficult for me to forgive. I'm sitting here 2 years later saying it took that long to forgive, but allow yourself to forgive and to be able to move on. Number 9, and that is allow others in. I have been so blessed to have Steve by my side. He is like my other half, and honestly, I can't tell you how hard it was and how easy he helped me through all of this. Being able to talk, have that support system there all the time, and I'm not just talking like emotionally. I mean like him helping with meals, because sometimes you're so upset that you physically feel like you can't cook. You physically feel like you can't run errands. And so having that support system to be able to help you through those things during your difficult time helps so much. So if a friend says, hey, let me pick up dinner for you, allow them to help you. If a friend says, hey, you know what, I see that you are really emotional, it's okay. Hey, I will take the kids for 2 hours and allow you some alone times. I know grieving that you just want to be alone and you want to bottle it up all inside. And there are times that that's okay. But also allow that time to have people help you. And I am an open book, and being able to share everything with others helped, but having someone physically there to help me as well is awesome. Number 10, find support. And find support from others that have gone through the same experiences you have gone through. And one way I've found that is finding Facebook groups that deal with the grief of the loss of another parent. And while I absolutely love Stephen, he helped me so much, he's never experienced a loss of a parent. And I feel like, while he was there for me emotionally, he doesn't understand, the raw emotions that you're experiencing. I mean, he understands death, but to lose a parent is something that is nothing like I've ever experienced, ever. And so finding people who have experienced that has helped. And Facebook was just one way. Maybe finding a therapist that possibly has gone through something like that. I also have a tremendous Facebook family, and a lot of them have experienced that as well. And, I get called, oh, Carolyn, why do you have your dirty laundry on Facebook? But you know what? I have helped so many people by allowing myself to be real, allowing myself to be honest with how I was grieving and what I went through. So I hope this video also helps you and helps you find some other people. So if you are going through something like this and you've lost your parent, please reach out to me. I don't mind any time of the day. You have my email address. Reach out to me if you need someone to talk to. Grief after a parent is difficult, and it's going to make you feel all types of ways, and it can drain you physically and emotionally. Just remember, grieving is absolutely normal, and it's different for everyone. So please, please, please be kind to yourself and be patient as you walk through your loss of a parent or sibling. So I am here for you. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. I know that this video is a little bit different and not so upbeat, but I appreciate your support. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. And like I said, if you're going through something like this, I am open to helping you. I feel like everybody needs somebody on their side, and I am there for you anytime. So take care, guys. Know that I absolutely love you and that your emotional well-being is number one. All right, guys, until next time, see you.